Capricorn, welcome. 2024, November, second last month of the year. I'm going to start the karmic wheels here in your zodiac. Look at that. New moon on the 2nd. Where's it happening? In the 11th house. Sign of Scorpio. This is powerful. It's the zone of friendships, acquaintanceships, and it's also to do with your life goals. The new moon does unleash tremendous energy. It's not quite as powerful as an eclipse, which occurs on the nodal axis, but rest assured in the 11th house, most of the planets, in fact all of them, do very, very well in this 11th house. And the moon, notwithstanding its weakness, that will still help to open up the door of inquiry and insight into your relationships. If you're married, it's a critical transit for you, Capricorn. Why? Because the moon rules this zone of your horoscope, the 7th house, and it is part of this new moon eclipse. So this not only impacts the way you feel about your partner, but this is going to have an impact on your partner and how they feel to you. For the partner, this eclipse falls in the 5th house. This is great. I feel this is a really good eclipse because the 5th house for your partner here, this 11th house in your horoscope, relates to the creative endeavors of your partner. That creativity can unleash deeper, spontaneous feelings, which I think in the long run can help you. We see how you've had that transformative Pluto transiting your sun sign. That's also looking directly at that 7th house. And so both you and your partner are going through some transformative cycles. The new moon is going to trigger that. And then there's also here a very important full moon that takes place on the 16th. That's important because it occurs in your 5th house, right opposite the sun transiting your partner's 5th house. So both of you are going to align your energies. It's important, and I say this to many of my students and clients, that the importance is not so much having the same interests, the same hobbies, the same political views, or even religious views. I think this goes deeper to, well, religion may have something to do with it, but the values that you hold, the core values, are critically important for the two of you to bond and to continue to deeply grow your relationship. There may be a slight detour here, a slight distraction. That full moon there on the 16th with Uranus, showing us your progressive proclivities, your interest in different angles creatively. This is also going to play out because it's the 11th house to your partner. So both of you, I think, have a lot to talk about. It's nice to see the transit of Venus also there in the 2nd week of the month, having a great influence on your relationships, the moon ruling the marital life, having an interplay there with both Venus, first Venus, and then making contact with that intense opposition of Mars and Pluto. Both these planets rule this 11th house, house of desire, house of life goals, really. That's why I said you must align your values with your partner for the both of you to reassert that the direction you're moving in is the same. You don't want to be divergent, you want to be convergent. And this is the time to do that. I really love the position of Venus transiting your sun sign at this time. The natural reading of that is that you are really quite beautiful. You feel good in yourself and you bring that out into the public domain. Never forget that when a planet is transiting a sector, as it is here, it is also bringing that planetary energy to the opposite sign, also to the triangular signs here, 5th house of love affairs, this 7th house of marital union, and the 11th house of social activities and life fulfillment. So this brings with it a really feel-good energy, Capricorn. especially while it's in the middle of the sign, it brings its best results there. It's getting stronger. Mars moves into the 8th house in the second part of the month. That is not particularly good. It is it can show a little bit of a setback, especially with that square from the moon to Mars around the 28th. At that time too, you've got Pluto moving into the 2nd house. This is all finance orientated, so I think there could be some finance issues that you have to deal with towards the end of the month, but nothing you can't overcome, especially when the moon moves out of that orb. And also Mars had already started to move away from that opposition. So by the 30th, I think you'll start to see an improvement. And if you want to know more about what's happening in November, why not follow those links over to my site, astrology.com.au. There's a lot more information there that you can read. I invite you to subscribe. That would really help our channel. Please do that. Do like our channel, and do come back, and do tell your friends, and do tell me. Drop me a line if you want to talk. Ask me any questions. I'm here at your service, and I will be next month as well. Same time, same channel. Look forward to your company again then. Bye bye now.